So I had literally made a poll about this before this happened, asking y'all which character we were going to be getting next, and y'all were voting more so for Mechamaru and things like that, and then they announced Miwa, and we're getting her this month. It's going to be on September 26th, man, and they're also going to be doing a balance update, which should be getting us a new game mode. I don't really know too much about this new game mode, if it's really going to be good, but we're going to talk about that and stuff, and we're also going to give you a little bit of a concept of what I think Miwa is going to bring to the game, since they actually do talk about what she actually is going to do a little bit in the scan, man. But if y'all still been playing JJK Curse Clash, man, let me know in the comments, things like that, if y'all be able to get matches and stuff like that. And today's anime question is going to be, which character do you think is going to be better once we eventually get them, Miwa or Mechamaru, man? Let me know in the comments, man. But if this is anything you might be interested in, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things. And if you're interested in seeing more anime game content, make sure to join the Discord. It'll actually be linked in the description, man. But let's go ahead and hop straight into this video. Okay, so we hop over here to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, man. We go to the man Shonen Games, man. This is the guy that's always releasing, you know, all the anime news. We can see the actual scan here, and what it's basically saying is, translation, Kasumi Miwa joins on September 26th, free update volume 3. She has relentless attacks after drawing her sword. She also does close range counterplay, so she's a counterplay attacker. Quickly slice up your foes while using your new shadow style simple domain to counter. Furthermore, as part of our paid DLC, the Kyoto Jujutsu High Girl outfits will be available. Also, you'll get a dorm outfit and, you know, some color variations and stuff like that. We can actually see this. Oh, and then it says right here, and also in the free update, you'll be getting arcade mode. When I looked up arcade mode, it seems like it's really not too different from what they already have, which is like the rush battle and the survival mode, basically. But it seems like arcade mode is basically you're just going up against a bunch of random, you know, enemies, and then you end up fighting some boss at the end. I don't really know how I feel about this. I kind of prefer if they would have gave us, you know, something more good for the online. But I'm gonna wait to see, you know, what this actually is, because sometimes, you know, these translations might not be right, and sometimes, you know, maybe arcade mode for them is something completely different. But when I look up arcade mode, especially when it comes to fighting games, it's basically just like a computer CPU boss rush, basically. But when we actually look at the scan, man, we can actually see some things, like, you know, we can get a little bit of a look. This is probably going to be her special. I mean, I doubt this is, oh, this one, there's a possibility that these are probably both her specials. I doubt either one of these is the joint attack. And we can also see the new outfits that, you know, we got from Mai, Miwa, Momo. We can see these outfits as well, which is looking pretty good. And then, you know, this is what she's looking like. This is her character model, which, you know, not too bad, man. She's not looking too bad. So we actually look at some things that she probably could bring to the game, though. We go over here. So actually, there's not a lot of stuff on the Jujutsu Kaisen wiki about, you know, Miwa. I mean, you know, they do talk about some of her skills, but binding vows and also, you know, her shadow style. But there's actually a key thing that we actually saw here. We're looking at the shadow style. And what it says right here is, if both of Kasumi's feet lead the position where her stance begins, the technique is dispelled. So if they're giving her her shadow style simple domain, I don't think there's going to be any type of air activation. It's going to be similar to how it is with Hanami, where you have to be on the ground to activate this, which, you know, might be a little bit of a weakness, man. But when we actually talk about what I think she would actually bring to the game, first thing, okay, we start off the auto combo. I think it's just going to be a basic sword strike, you know, maybe with some fast damage. Hopefully it's a fast damage combo that doesn't take that long to get off. As far as the extractions, when we get to our extraction 1A, I think it's going to be the shadow style horizontal slash, and basically she unsheathes the sword and slashes, blowing the enemy back. And it's going to be a horizontal slash, and I don't think this one is going to have a follow-up. I think this one is mainly going to be to get some distance. It's going to be like one to get you a wall bounce, you know, something like that. As far as the B extraction for the one, I think it's going to be reflection, and the user uses their blade to parry a strike, leaving the enemy open for a follow-up. I think this is going to work pretty similar to Toji's down circle, where, you know, he slashes and he can counter things. I think it's going to be pretty good if she does that, and also kind of work a little bit similar to Toga's counter. I think this would be pretty good because they'll allow you to actually be able to, you know, get some combos going. And like I said, they said in the description that she is going to be a counter character. We move over to the extraction 2A. I think it's going to be the shadow style vertical slash, and the user unsheathes their sword with a vertical slash, launching an enemy into the air, and this can chain into other attacks. So basically what it says, you're going to knock them up into the air, and maybe you can even use this to go into the horizontal slash or even go into your auto. They have to make it where Miwa plays just like how Yuta plays now, where most of his sword moves can combo into each other or extend. They can't make it where her moves don't really extend that well, because it just defeats the whole purpose of having a sword character. I'm very excited to have another character that's using a katana. When we look at the last extraction, it's going to be the handle thrust. And basically what this is, Miwa does a quick strike with the handle of her sword to her opponent's abdomen. This can chain into other attacks. And I don't even really know if she can really do this, but the way I envision it is her just having her sword. She jabs you really quick, which allows you to maybe be able to follow up with some other things, and it's quick. I think this character is going to be very quick, and I hope she is quick, because, you know, that's going to allow more people to want to use this character, especially with her counter techniques. We move into the curse tech. The first one's going to be the new Shadow style, Simple Domain, and Miwa creates a simple domain surrounding herself. Anything that comes to the domain will trigger the follow-up of her slash. So I think this is going to work similar to Geto's simple domain, but I think it's going to be way smaller, and you're not going to need to attack her for the trigger. As soon as you go within the range of her simple domain, she is going to slash, and I don't really think there's going to be any way for you to actually dodge or get out of this, which is going to be pretty cheesy, especially if there's like a Todo swapping you into her simple domain. That's going to be kind of crazy, man. And I'm hoping that we actually get some more unique interactions with some of these characters from the Kyoto campus. Her second curse technique is going to be the Bato sword drawing, and this one is Miwa performs a single charge slash with a katana coated in cursed energy. I think this is going to get farther range, and I think the damage is going to increase as your curse level goes up. And I also think once you're at curse level 3, to make this character more, you know, desirable, I think at level 3 this should be an automatic guard break and still deals damage. Similar to what Gojo's combo technique does right now, I think Miwa should break through your guard, and this will make a lot more people want to use this. And this is basically the move that she was using up against Kinjaku whenever he broke her sword. So that was pretty interesting. We look at the ultimate. I think the ultimate is just going to be an animation with her simple domain, you know, probably her slashing you. We get to the joint. The joint's actually going to be interesting. I think this one could be like a counter technique, and I think it can activate similar to Toge's move, but it's going to be a different type of joint where you're not actually attacking somebody, you're waiting for them to hit you. And if they hit you whenever you're glowing, whenever that does the joint animation, you're going to then hit them with the sword and knock them up, which is, you know, going to allow you to have your, you know, your ally come and hit the joint. I think this is going to be very interesting. I think this would be pretty cool and something unique. Give us another unique joint attack, because we have some pretty interesting ones, you know, like with Geto shooting out the bugs. We also have Mahito just shooting out the spikes, but he's non-mobile. And I think Miwa would be pretty cool, since they say that she's counter-focused, if her joint was a counter move where if you hit her, she knocks you up. And then finally, her passive ability. I think her passive ability would actually have something to do with her sword, and it would be the Warrior's Determination. And I think because Miwa uses a katana for battle and guarding, her guard strength is going to be higher than other characters. I think this would be a very good thing for her, and it'd be pretty annoying because you wouldn't be able to just break her guard as easily. And even, like, you know, Gojo's R1, you know, even young Gojo's combo technique is not going to break through the guard. This would make fighting Miwa extremely annoying, because you're going to have to actually pressure her to get through her defense, since I do think Miwa is actually a pretty good character when it comes to, you know, having defense and being able to knock things off, even though she get dropped off by Maki, man. But let me know how I actually feel about these things and this concept that I made for Miwa. If you like it, or if you dislike it, or if you think this is making her too good considering she's a free character. And I'm excited to see what this, you know, this different game mode that we're getting, this arcade mode. Best believe we will be breaking all these things down and also going over all the patch changes and stuff like that. So make sure y'all subscribe and join the Discord and do all those nice things. Let me know how y'all feeling about Miwa being the next free character, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see you on the next Curse Clash video, man. We out.